Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I've got something interesting to show you from a company called Ruko. So this is the F11 Gim2. Now I've tested quite a few Ruko's drones before and this looks quite interesting because this is one of the first ones that I've been sent that actually has a gimbal. And the gimbal is obviously this camera set up on the front so the camera can kind of compensate for any shake. This has got stabilisation as well. But yeah, one of the biggest problems with a lot of the sort of lower end drones, some of the stuff I get sent, is that it doesn't have a gimbal, or maybe it has a bad one, and the video is shaky and it's very difficult to get good footage from it. So this has got a gimbal, a 2-axis gimbal, 4K camera, brushless motor, and it's supposed to have a super long range as well, which I don't know how they're achieving that, whether it's by Wi-Fi or something else. It says 5 gigahertz FPV transmission distance. Again, yeah, language, I'm not sure what that really means, but anyway, it's supposed to shoot 38 by 40 by 2160p footage. So yeah, I thought this is quite interesting. So I did do a little skim around on other videos, and I've got to say that the image quality does actually look pretty good. So I'm excited to test this out. It's a beautiful day out there. It's not that windy. So we're going to give it a roll. But anyway, let's first take a look at what's in the box. So a nice premium quality box, looks really good. Inside there was this, and this is one of the things that I like about Ruko. All their drones come in this nice kind of like case, which is just so handy if you're going to try and, you know, when you're going out to fly, you don't want to have to try and fit it all in a backpack and all the propellers get snapped and all sorts of things. So this case, I love it. Right, so inside the box, we've got the drone, super exciting, got the controller, and with this drone you get 2 batteries as well, which, you know, other big name brands don't usually come with 2 unless you get fly more combos and all sorts of things like that. So there's the drone. As you can see, it's pretty big. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a chunky old girl, but you know, it looks really good quality. Really nice actually. I mean, as I say, this is their sort of one of their flagship drones, so you know, it should be good. You've also got the controller here as well. Now this reminds me of the Mavic, the original Mavic controller. I'll just remove that. So look, those of you that have been flying a while, if you've ever flown like a Mavic, you'll know what I mean. Look at that, it even looks very similar. But yeah, really nice, and actually the controls, they feel more premium than ever before that I've noticed with these brands. There you go, there's the old DJI Mavic controller. Actually, just, you know, a quick little test from the gimbals. I think these actually feel better. I think the Ruko ones actually feel better. Anyway, just prepping things before I sort of set it up. I'm charging one of the batteries from USB, which is how they charge. So you don't get a charger in this package, you just get USB-C leads, which is becoming kind of the common thing. I mean, that's cool for waste and all that, you know, not having all these adapters, and it also means you can just reuse stuff. This is not a power delivery port, so I don't know how long that is going to take to charge, but it is kind of cool that you can charge it with a power bank, so that would be useful if you wanted to sort of, you know, charge it on the go, which you wouldn't be able to do with certain other drones. This power bank can kick out 9 volts and it's not taking it from there now, so I think it's just like a normal like USB charge. But what's the actual capacity of this? 2,500 3 cells, so 11.1. So pretty punchy battery there. That should give you a pretty decent flight time for something that size. Also, the plus point of having USB charging is obviously, you know, we've all got access to loads of USB ports, so you know, you can actually charge 2 batteries at the same time, no problem at all. I don't think you'll be able to charge these with phone chargers that are like power delivery, like the super fast charging phones these days. I don't think it's going to work with that. So you also get the USB leads, which I'm obviously not using here because I've already got loads of those, and you get a quick start guide and the user manual. So I'm going to have a quick breeze through the quick start and just see what they're saying for how you set this up. I don't know whether the phone connects to the controller and then everything's done from the controller, or whether this is a Wi-Fi setup, so I just need to find that out first. So manual's pretty easy to understand. There is an app, Ruco Drone App, which you can get to by these QR codes. Everything looks pretty kind of normal for me, having done this a long time. This is what I was interested to find out. So it is Wi-Fi, so basically the drone is creating a Wi-Fi network and you're using the phone to connect to the drone. Now there's a possibility that this is actually, you know, the control link is actually not on Wi-Fi. Maybe the downlink is actually, like the video feed is actually on Wi-Fi, but the control link is bigger, because they are actually saying this has a long range. Can't remember where it is now, but they said that it's got a super long range, which normally Wi-Fi drones wouldn't. Anyway, we're going to test it and we'll see what it's like. I did just try to charge one of these on my Samsung phone charger, and I can confirm it doesn't work. So I'm going to set the drone up now. Just take these cardboard propeller guard things off, open it out. You know, it feels solid. Like, it actually does feel like decent quality. But yeah, it's a beast. Right, let's take this camera gimbal off first of all. Be careful if you take that off, because that might, you know, that's actually gripping onto the gimbal, so when you take it off it might. Right, so gimbal covers off. There's a little SD card port. Now, on a lot of these drones, I've had problems where, you know, it doesn't record the SD to the SD card, it doesn't recognise the SD card when you put one in. This one says it supports up to 128 gigabytes. So previously I've used ones and they haven't accepted any more than 32. So maybe they've done something different. I'm hoping that they've just completely sorted that whole situation out. But yeah, it's nice. Nice little drone. So I'm going to stick the battery in. I think what you do, just hold this. Yeah. Okay, so that's just started that up. And then we'll head over to the phone app and probably need to turn this on. Right, yeah, it takes about 40 seconds for it to pair to the drone. So that's now obviously paired and sorted. It says Calibrate Compass, so we're gonna have to do that. I think that's next on the list. Actually says connect to Wi-Fi first, but so I did actually calibrate the compass just using the controller. I haven't connected to the phone yet, and that's really nice because it actually tells you on here, and it beeps each time you've done it, and it tells you on there the status of the you know, the compass. It just, I mean, it basically just says compass until you've finished, and then once you've done it, completed it, it just goes back to this, like the normal mode. And now it's just flashing, which I presume means it's ready. So we'll go into the app now and just connect that. And what I'll do is I'll screen grab for what I'm seeing on the phone app. I'm on Android, but it will work on iPhone as well. There's the Ruco Drone App. So I'll open that and we'll go into it and we'll see. Actually, we're going to have to connect to the Wi-Fi, so you're not going to see anything straight away. So here we are, F11 Gim2. I'll just change that. And then I'll go into my Wi-Fi networks and just basically try and connect to the drone from there. And there it is. So that's, well, that connects. It probably give me an internet warning saying there's no internet connection on there. That's fine. Should be able to just go out of there, back into there. We'll always connect because you kind of want it to pick it up if you lose it. And then back to the Ruco Drone App and see if we get anything. What's happening? This is going to show you how to fly and do all of these things, so I won't bore you with that. Let's just get through all of that. There we go, so we're in. And actually, the latency on that is pretty low. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty good. And look, so you can see how smooth that's going to be just in here. And you know, the lighting isn't that brilliant in here, and the quality is also remember that the quality you're seeing here is actually from the phone. So this is the downlink from the drone, you know, to the phone. So it's never going to be the best. So if you want to record good quality footage, you've got to put an SD card in there. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. Look, it's literally my voice is not that far out of sync with that. So we'll see what happens when you get further away, but the latency looks pretty good, and that's always a problem with these drones. But yeah, I'd be happy with that. So I've just captured a picture. That's interesting. It's capturing a picture, so it's sending the picture over the air rather than just grabbing the picture from, interesting. We'll have to see how this kind of really works, but there, it's pretty nice and responsive. It's looking good anyway. And what's that, audio? So you can actually record audio maybe. Right, okay, I'm going to put an SD card in and then we'll try and, capture some footage. Holding the propellers this close to my face is probably not a good idea. Well, I've stuck an SD card in and we'll see what happens. It says SD card needs formatting. Current operation, delete all the contents. I'm not really sure what's on that SD card, but it's going. Formatted successfully, and let's flick to video. So it's showing I've got an SD card in there, and we'll start recording. We'll start recording some footage and see what it kind of looks like. Okay. Impressed with that gimbal though. That's nice. I can see it moving. I'll show you in a minute. SD card into the computer. Obviously it's in a full-size SD adapter. Just recognise the SD card, and then there's a folder called video, so we should be able to open that up. And I'll tell you what, that looks pretty good to me. I'm not even sure if it's on the high quality setting actually, and it is no, it must be 4K because it's maximising most of my desktop. So yeah guys, that looks really good. This is going to be interesting, I think. One thing I just noticed about the controller is you've got these two handles here which you can also fit your phone in if your phone's small enough to fit in. If not, then it's probably going to have to go up here, and I think that's where mine's going to have to go. Will that extend though? This is the question. Yeah, it does. So my phone's going to fit in there absolutely fine. Actually thinking about it, these aren't sort of phone holders like they are on the sort of DJI Mavic controllers. They are handles for offsetting the balance of the phone if you've got the phone up here. Definitely put the phone up there and not try and there, because you're also going to get better signal, because the phone's antennas are going to be kind of pointing upwards and out rather than shoved under there. It's neat that you can charge the battery on the drone as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go fly then. Okay, so I've got things kind of set up. Turn the drone on. I'm going to put the drone over here for takeoff. Probably needs to be in a bit of a better spot really. So it's a little bit breezy up here, as it always is. One thing I've noticed is it does take about 40 seconds to connect each time, which I don't know how that's going to work. Like if you were to lose connection. It's saying Calibrate Compass again as well, so I'm gonna have to do that. So yeah, seem to have to do that every time. It's not a bad practice to do that anyway. So I should be able to flick it into video. That changed back from camera to video last time. Anyway, we're recording. Let's give it a go then, see what happens. Fly. So you push these two inwards to start the motors, and then it's got plenty of power. The first thing you notice is how much bigger that is than the sort of average drone. So I'm going to go into the settings now whilst this is sitting here. So you've got a battery voltage display up here, 12.3 volts. You've got 4 volts, that's the cell voltage. So there's a little bit of a breeze and it's kind of holding position. You know, it's doing a fairly good job at holding its position. I'm going to step back a bit. So fly distance, we want to turn beginner mode off. Yeah, let's turn that off. Flight altitude, we'll max that out. Return altitude, I'm going to do it at 15 because this is a nice open field. Well, actually I'll do it to 10. And we're going to save that. And I think that should... There's nothing about speed here. Don't think there's anything about speed, footprint, max mileage, max speed. I know that's tracking. So yeah, we're still recording. Let's go for a bit of a fly. That's nice. I'm liking the footage in the
distance limited.
Right, distance limit. So why have we got a distance limit? Parameter. Oh yeah, you can set the distance to 3000. Those were greyed out, so I just kind of thought that you couldn't move them, but I'd already done it on the return altitude. Yeah, so let's head out. I'm gonna just drop my glasses off so I can actually see. Nice footage though. I mean, this is going to be quite interesting to see what this looks like, you know, back on the camera. So we're sort of going at a bit of a diagonal angle. I'm not sure why that is, but let's just head out over here. I can still see it, line of sight, of course. Let's raise up a bit. Yeah, that's super smooth, super smooth. It's a bit of a delay on the control then, not sure what that is, but, and we should be able to adjust our gimbal. What I can say that is, not sure what that is. I think that's the right hand side one. Nothing seems to be happening on, oh there you go. So it's a little bit on the sort of jerky side, but let's go into the tree. I don't think this has got any kind of avoidance features or anything like that. It's pretty good though. See if we can get a shot down at the what's that actually doing? I'm changing this right hand side. Okay, so basically, yeah, I kind of got confused at where this gimbal control, how it works. Basically, you pull it to the right hand side and it goes down, and then you push it to the left hand side and it obviously goes up. So the footage looks brilliant in this camera here. Sorry, in the phone, it looks really nice. And if you should be able to see this, it definitely looks better than like a Mavic Mini or something like that. We're definitely getting a bit of a yaw. I'm not sure whether that's like to do with the wind, but look, yeah, so I'm only pushing forward and I'm sort of going a bit diagonally, so I'm not sure what's happening there, but all is good, all is good. Right over there. Good thing about it being sort of big is obviously you can see it. You can see it line of sight, so yeah, you haven't got any issues of kind of, you know, abiding by the laws. But this is a bright, like a very bright day. There's no kind of blowout, it's not overexposed. If I turn into the sun, where is the sun? I think it is literally over there. So yeah, if you turn into the sun, then yeah, it's not blowing out or anything like that. Height is 10 meters now. Let's get down and get more of a perception of speed going over here. Nice guys, really nice. It flies well. Right, so we're coming back now. You can actually see it in the camera. Let's try and get some shots of me. Sure you've seen enough of me, but yeah, right now looking at that, it looks great. So if you wanted to do some sort of like, you know, shots, close-up shots of yourself. I look weird because I'll put my glasses. Let's bring it down a bit. Nice, we're at 11.6 volts, 1 bar of battery's gone. Pretty cool. Hey. Nice. You could get some good footage with this, definitely. pan around a bit, see the area. I mean, I haven't had any issues with signal or anything like that. It's all looking pretty good. Look at that, get some nice effects. Can you tap to focus? I don't think you do. I think it just sort of tries to focus on what it thinks is the best thing. But look, that's a nice shot. Really nice. So let's try a little return to home. Slide to return, because that is going to be a feature that you're going to want to utilise if you don't fly these things regularly. Okay, it's going straight up and it's going to come down. Hopefully in the middle of these trees. It's rotated itself down and it's coming down slowly, which is nice. Now, one of the things I want to try is, can you interrupt it? It says going home on the screen here as well. Can you interrupt it if it's going to, you know, potentially hit something on the way down? Because this has always been my sort of gripe with you know, some of these drones, is they don't let you correct it as it's coming down. Let's just try. This one does, and that's really good. So now it's finding its position where it took off. I mean, it's kind of where it was, but tries to put itself down. Do we have to intervene? No, we don't. It just turns itself off. So that works. Brilliant. And it's still only showing one battery bar. As my glasses just fall apart. It's still only showing one battery bar down. So we'll go again, shall we? There's no sort of like, I don't know if there's any sort of like sport mode or anything like that to speed it up. Or is that a lot? Have a little bit of a blast now. Oh, wasn't watching it in the screen. It's a little bit lively on the yaw. We might need to adjust that. I don't know if that's compass or it might be. But yeah, we're out quite far now. Distance. Right, okay, so we are losing a bit of, you can see like the video link is a little bit, that's not too bad. It's doing it, the link is working well. Right over there, 430. Closing in on those trees over there. I mean, I can just about see it now, so really that's about as far as you're going to want to go. But that would carry on going. I've got full, I know that's the GPS signal actually. So there's a little bit of kind of lag on the signal here now.
It's not letting me. Yeah, see, I'm getting a bit of lag now on the signal. You can see like it's see those trees, right? So in between those trees there is where I want to be going to come back. Can we flick? We can flick to map mode as well. There's nothing on the map. I found this with the other one of the other drones, like it did that. It wasn't showing the map position, but anyway. So you see the signal, the way it's, you know, we're not getting as regular kind of frame rate. It's dropped quite a bit, but the control signal is remaining solid. It's just the camera link is obviously, and we are open here as well, so you know, in an urban environment it probably won't be as good. But yeah, nice. I think we might just skim the top of that tree. Yeah, should be fine. Flies well, and here we go, it's coming back. Nice little mission. We'll do a bit of line of sight flying now for you. Yeah, I can see it's the yaw in it is a little bit over, but I don't know. Quite low. Oh! Get some pretty good footage. I mean, I don't know how long I've been flying, but it's quite a long time. I'm cutting the grasses. As I say, the great thing about this being quite big is you can actually see it from quite a long way away, so for line of sight stuff it's actually really good. I mean, we're on half battery. How long have we going? 20 minutes? Something like that. Gonna get some thermals. See any trouble. Yeah, so you've got no kind of obstacle avoidance.
drone low voltage.
Right, so we're getting a voltage warning now. Whoa, where are we? Where have we gone? No, 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 no!
Stop, return home.
Right, that was not good. So basically, it went into the trees because it decided to do a low voltage warning, and yeah, so basically it went into the trees, it's ejected the battery. So basically, yeah, it's went into the trees because it done a low voltage warning and went up and tried to come home and done its 10-metre high thing, which is stupid. That should not do that. So yeah, basically what it did is it done its, so basically, yeah, what it's done is it's done its low voltage warning, gone up 10 metres and then tried to come back. But of course there's trees nearby, so, you know, that is not, really you just want the warning before it's going to do anything, because there's nothing, oh, I don't know, it's crazy. The battery, I don't know where the battery is, the battery's flown out, but yeah, not ideal. Right, it's okay, found the battery. Nothing's damaged, everything's actually intact, which considering it went into a tree is actually pretty good. We'll fire it up just to make sure it's still working. But yeah, you just don't want that kind of like interception. Like, I like to be told and then decide what I want to do, not like the drone just takes over. Yeah, it's just madness really, but anyway. Right. So all looks good, guys. It doesn't look like there's any problems with it. It looks like it's going to live another day. So yeah, be mindful. The battery gauge hasn't updated. Not sure why that is. Flies better with a crash under its belt. So yeah, the battery gauge is still flashing. Battery warning still going. What I want to check, actually, I'm just going to stop this recording, just make sure we've got all our footage. There's the footage there. So, well, it looks really nice. I'm going to obviously put this in the computer and I'll show you, you'll be seeing the actual footage, you know, from the drone itself, not, you know, as in recorded from the SD card, because it'll be higher quality. But yeah, so I mean that's all good. Shame about the crash, but yeah, look, it's updated now, the battery gauge, so that's something to bear in mind. So guys, pretty impressed with that actually. The footage actually looks amazing, like really good quality. Camera, you can tell they've done a lot of homework on the gimbal and the camera setup on that drone. Super stable, like, you know, you wouldn't know the difference between this and, you know, say like something DJI or something that's way more expensive. And actually those drones, the DJI drones, have got a lot more expensive lately. So this actually is very reasonable for like 499 quid, just under £500. So yeah, a lot of drone for the money. Shame about that crash. It's just kind of what happens though. Like all these drones have got an element of safety built in and they try and sort of take over. The weird thing is, if you're more of an experienced flyer, you're probably going to get bitten by this more than someone that wouldn't, because you're not going to be kind of flying near trees and stuff if you're a beginner. So this probably wouldn't happen. But anyway, shame it did crash, but actually good that it was okay and it survived the crash. The battery came out, I'm not sure
you know, if it was pressed in properly or anything. But generally, it was okay, and we had a lot of fun flying it around. So yeah, highly recommend this drone. Links in the description. Go check it out. I'll catch you in the next one.